Hey everyone and welcome back. So I'm going to give you a quick demonstration on how you can come up with a really simple color scheme. The color scheme I'm going to choose right now is a monochromatic one because I feel like those are so easy to work with. And I'm going to show you just how we can create one and we can apply it to a UI easily. So step one is we want to choose our base color first, like the primary or dominant color of our UI. And usually that's your brand color. So I'm just going to go over here. I'm just going to select the ellipse tool right here. You can just press O. I've done that. And I'm just going to create a little circle. And we're going to rename that to just call it color because we're going to make a bunch. So first step, choose our brand color. I think I'm going to go with like a blue. It's a very easy color to work with. So I think something like this is good. And now this is our primary color. Now the goal is to choose like colors based off of this primary color, and then we can actually choose darker colors and grays based off of this color as well. And this will serve as our entire color scheme. So let's go in here, and what we're going to do is we're going to press Option Shift and drag that over. Next step would be to choose like colors near your base color. So let's give ourselves a couple of options here. I'm not going to adjust the hue. I'm just going to adjust the saturation or brightness. I'm going to leave that hue alone. So this is the hue. We can even go a little bit more. Maybe there's not enough contrast there. Okay. We're going to duplicate that. And we're going to choose one more dark one. Just getting a little more darker here. And there you go. We have some colors to work with here, and it's going to give us a lot of variety when we start applying this to an interface. So you don't want to kind of like just have one color to work with because that's just going to not give you enough variety. You're going to be stuck trying to apply it everywhere. You want to have different variations so that way, you know, if there's text that needs to be highlighted or there's certain element like a card that needs to be highlighted with a color, you don't need to just stick to like this color. You could use like this color or a different type of gray. So don't necessarily stop yourself from experimenting and expanding your palette. Okay, so those are three kind of colors that I think I'm going to stick with. I'm going to actually duplicate this one. And I bring it down right here. And I'm actually going to make a very, very dark blue, almost like black. Remember what I said about, you know, tinting your blacks and your grays? They really kind of give them a much more depth. And I'm going to choose a couple more grays based off of this. Now what I'm just going to do is I'm going to start going in this direction. Okay, we can get a little bit lighter. Do you notice how this is what a regular gray looks like? It's kind of bland. And you know what? It really depends on your color palette too. Like if you have a black and white color palette that kind of has like maybe some accent colors, then maybe like going the black and white route is totally fine as long as it suits your brand and the tone of your brand. But in this case, it doesn't necessarily suit our monochromatic scheme. So I'm just going to go here. I'm going to just, you know, pick from that blue just a little bit. And I want a nice light gray. I think something like that is going to work really well. Maybe we can go just a tad lighter. Okay. And then I'm going to pick a really, really light one. This is a really light gray. You'll notice that it still has a little bit of the blue in it. And if we want, you know, just for the sake of having a white, that's always an option. And I'm just gonna outline it with a stroke. So there you go. Like we have our own monochromatic scheme over here. And in the next video, I'm gonna show you how you can easily apply this